Good morning, half-asters. Today we are coming to you not so live from West Palm Beach at the Palm Beach County Fairgrounds and La Mesa RV's semi-annual RV show. Today we're going to be looking at two small Class Bs, but they're a lot different than the Class Bs we are used to seeing. These are not on the Promaster chassis. As you can see behind us, these are on the Ford chassis. And it's kind of interesting. And they're also by a different manufacturer than we've looked at Class Bs before. These are both from Pleasure Way. And we love Pleasure Way.
We do.
In fact, when
we were number two.
Yes, when we were choosing our RVs, the XLTS Class C was our number two pick at the RV show. All right, we're going to get right into that video right after these few words from our sponsor. No sponsor. Just a little bit of an intro video.
Sponsors is what you're saying.
Yes. You know what? I noticed about the video you're about to see, the intro. Notice we were a lot younger in those. We might have to redo the intro. Plus, I didn't have a beard then. Actually, you know what? No, let's keep using those younger photos.
Yeah.
All right. Here you go.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan.
And we are the Half-Ass Travelers.
The first unit we're looking at today is the Pleasure Way Ontour 2.0. It's on the Ford chassis, as we mentioned before, and we are dying to see what's inside here because we are in love with Pleasure Way's styling normally, and I think that this is going to be no different. Let's take a look. As we go inside, notice these molded running boards, really nice with the non-stick or the non-skid pads on there, and it's all molded, really nice. Not an electronic door. I always test it because I don't want to break the door. But again, we're good with the no electric doors. It's less to break. In the entryway, you've got the zipper down screen and bug screen and shade. Also, right as we go inside, you see this pedestal here. This is the kitchen pedestal. It kind of takes up half the door, but we don't mind that as much. Also, we have seen in some of the other units where they would put a table here. That might be nice to have. The only issue with that is then it interferes with your bug screen. And if you're going to be using the space outside, you really don't want to bring those bugs inside. Here's your control unit for all the systems. As you can see, it's a huge screen.
Oh, so I can actually read it.
Right. Yes, for those of us who need reading glasses, we can actually see it. It's perfect. And then the 120 plug and your fire extinguisher. Also, there's a mount right here for the lagoon table, which is right over there. So when you spin this passenger seat around, you can actually sit at that table and it's usable workspace with a laptop or something like that. But let's go and check out the driver compartment. I can already see similarities between this one and the Promaster chassis. It's got the large screen and it's also got the shifter right here on the dash. And we love that. There's cup holders here, volume controls and all your controllers. There's a USB-A and also a 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, which we use an adapter that has two USB-As in it, or a USB-A and a USB-C. We put it in there so that way we can have chargers for our phones. There's also a lot of storage up here on the dash. There's also a USB-C and another cigarette lighter plug right up here. So you can also have your, if you've got your phone doing some kind of GPS, you can have that up there as well. There's also neat cup holders way up here. And I can think of a couple uses for that because you got cup holders here, but they sell these mounts for your cell phone that go into the cup holder. And if you put that in the cup holder, then the phone would be right there in that gap and it would be perfectly placed so you could see it while you're operating the vehicle or riding in the passenger seat. So that is really nice. We always caution people when you're looking at especially Class Bs, and you want to make sure that the driver's seat's going to have enough room for you. A lot of times, like in this one, they put a wall right behind the driver's seat. So that may prevent the seat from traveling all the way back. And that is a problem in some RVs that we've been in. Now, I'm going to test it. It does hit the wall. However, I have enough leg room at 6 feet, but just barely. And it seems like the seat might go back a little further if it were allowed to. So you definitely want to make sure that you test out the driving position and the driver's seat before you decide on purchasing this unit or any other unit. But I really like this driving position. It's very comfortable. I love this elbow rest. It is perfect for me. It's at the perfect level, and I like to rest my elbow while I'm driving. And sometimes I'll do this. You know, some of you say on camera it looks like I don't have any hands on the wheel because you can't see this hand here holding the wheel, but that's for another video. One last thing to mention about the driver's compartment is these huge visors help to cover this huge windshield. However, there is no storage up here over the driver's compartment. Now that's a good thing when you're trying to do this and trying to get in and out, because there's no risk that you're going to be bashing your skull on something. So it's good and it's bad. You're losing that storage, but you're keeping your noggin intact. Let's take a look at what's in here. Now this door opens and it does not, it just misses the counter here. So it opens all the way, well, all the way to here. So this might be a challenge getting around. It is a curved door. I don't know if you can see that. That gives you a little more space when you're on the inside. So that we like that it bows out a bit. You can see the shower pan in there. This is a wet bath. The toilet there, and there's a large shelf and the control for the shower wand. Yep, that's a big shower wand. And also a towel rack, and I don't know, does this open? It doesn't appear to open, so just a mirror there. And is it a porcelain toilet? I think it is. Now, as far as coming in here and using the shower, there is a shower curtain. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be another one of those cases like we had in our Patriot. It's like a cave in here. There is no light. There's no vent. I just bashed my head on the towel rack.
There is a light.
Did I say there's no light? I'm sorry. There's no outdoor light coming in. There's no vent, no window. But, yeah, there's plenty of room in here to take care of whatever you have to take care of. So it's not too bad. For a Class B, it's a pretty spacious toilet. Across from the bathroom, we've got your kitchen pedestal. There's a locking cabinet. It's not very deep, but it is high, and this is cushioned. So anything you have in there isn't going to rattle against the wood. This is like a foam-backed, like pleather material. So that's really nice. I would like to see a carpet at the bottom, but that's here nor there. Love that they're using locking cabinets. Always want the locking cabinets. And Rose, look at the size of this sink. Yes, wow. That's one thing Pleasure Way does well. They use some big sinks and a very nice faucet and an induction cooktop. That's a plus. Let's see these cabinets. Oh yeah, plenty of space in there. How about this drawer? Oh, kind of a half drawer. That's a little bit of a psych, I guess, because the sink is there. But not bad. Oh, soft closing. And what are these joints? They appear to be nailed, not stapled.
Or glued.
Yeah. Well, I hope they use glue too. Nice microwave. And what is this, the pan drawer? Pots and pans? Yep, that's it. Well, on their sides.
Very necessary.
Yes. And that's all the storage you've got there in the kitchen. But across the way, we could call this kitchen storage too because it's across the way. Pretty good size drawers, again, with the soft close and the locking mechanism. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice and slow. And look, I didn't even realize this was the fridge at first. Really nice refrigerator. I'm trying to look to see if it's a compressor. It looks like it is. Hard to tell. And yeah, it's a decent size. You got the freezer compartment, which is tiny, tiny freezer compartment. Not the largest fridge. Hot dogs? Okay, good. And then up overhead, another compartment. I love these hinges. Do you see these, Rose? Mm-hmm. That is just, I've never seen that before. I mean, it does take up a little room from inside the cabinet, but man, it is sturdy. And then let's take a look. This is probably the wardrobe. If I were a betting man, yes. And you can see there's a, looks like cutting board material, but it's a table. It looks like. Weird. I like, look at the texture in the back. Mm-hmm. You see that?
I have it, yeah.
It's beautiful. Up overhead, you've got the vent fan here right outside the bathroom. That's important. It's not in the bathroom, but it's right outside the bathroom. And this, the Ontour 2.0, is a rear lounge unit. And you know how much we love the rear lounge. If you've been following our channel, and Pleasure Way does the rear lounge better than anyone, because these cushions are the most comfortable cushions of any RV I think I've ever been in, of any size. Look at the thickness of them, the softness of this material, this leather-esque material. I don't know if it's actual leather, but it is gorgeous. Whenever I sit in the Pleasure Ways, I just don't want to get up, because
Don't you wish that we had feel-o-vision?
yeah, feel-o-vision. That's good. I like that. Let's talk about some of these cabinets overhead. All right, this is the wine guard antenna and some of the electronics, as well as the 120. That's the microwave reset, induction reset, and the AC reset switches. Some small-ish compartments, pretty deep. This is, again, on the back wall, padded, yes. And then 3 storage compartments on the side. You can see what you can fit in there. Pretty deep and padded. The curve on the top might limit you what you put in there. Depends on what you're carrying. And then you can see the AC unit is directly overhead. Now, rear lounge. So you've got the sofa in the back. This sofa goes down into a bed, and then you put a piece of board right here over this, and this entire area makes a huge bed. We had the same size bed in our American Coach Patriots, and it was one of the things that we liked best about that unit. These pillows here make it really nice and comfy. There is storage. Lots of storage under there. And I don't think there's going to be storage under here. No, you got electronics under here. And that one, I don't even think this one comes up. But this is neat how they did the access panel. You see how they split the cushion? And then you've got your panel and fuses, 120 and carbon monoxide detectors, and a mount for a lagoon table. If you look between the couch and underneath the bed, there's this carpeted, the wheel well is carpeted. You can see the screws sticking out. That's kind of odd, but it does keep it in place. There is a plug down here. It's a USB A and C plug. Can you see it? There it is. And there's also one of those on the other side as well. Let's talk about these windows, because the important thing about having a rear lounge is having some big windows that you can see out. And this has big picture windows on both sides. You got a big picture window. It's hard to see because it's tinted and we're indoors, but believe me, this is a big window. This is a big window. And then you've got this vent down here that you can open up, and it opens, I don't know if you can see it, it opens out to keep the weather out and allow you to still get your venting in there. So it's a really nice design. Lots of light coming in during the day, and you can see when you're sitting back here, the shades are just the typical pull-down shades, which we had as well, and they worked fine for us. We never had any issues with our shades. We like them. We don't need those ones that are in slots. They're nice, but this worked just as well for us. If you come around here, Rose, you can see the entertainment area. Here's your television and sound bar directly over the couch and bed. What did I tell you about the cushion, right? Rose just sat down on the sofa and she's like, really nice. And then here's the controllers here's the sofa, extend, retract, and then your vent fan, everything you can control from sitting right here. It's really nice. And I like this texturing, the textured look of the walls. It's really cool. Pleasure Way does it right. Their styling is second to none. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But you're going to pay for that. You know, the pricing of their Class Bs is not so cheap, but comparable to some of the others in the market. Let's look around back. All right, we didn't mention the awning, but this does have an awning with the LED lights on the end of the awning attached to the passenger side. You've also got some outlets out here in your outdoor living space area. This is just a thing that catches the door and keeps it from damaging the van when the door is open all the way out. let's look around what they have underneath the back seat. Now in our Patriot, this area was used for storage, but here you can see you've got your battery switch, your master switches, the inverter master switch. That is all up underneath the back seat. So you have no storage back here for like tools, hoses, and all that other stuff. That's something to keep in mind because that's important. We found this storage area very useful for storing the things that we were using to do our RV campground hookups and RV park hookups. So keep that in mind. Let's go around to the other side. You can see these big, huge windows in the back. You can, as you look in, it's a little easier to see it from here because we're indoors and the lights are on inside, but you can see how big these windows are. It's really nice. You've got right here, this is the back of the water heater. Very easy to access the panel and the venting for it. Also the umbilical, it's a smart plug umbilical, very similar to what Tiffin is using in their units. Also, you've got your liquid propane gas valve switch and your city water connection. Also, the outdoor shower is under lock and key. And then up under here, this is an interesting little storage that they did here in this running board. And that is for storing your sewer hoses. So that's important when you don't have storage up in the back. So you can see you got your sewer hoses there and also your gate valve and drain for your black and gray tanks. Overall, we are big fans of the Pleasure Way units. They are gorgeous, and we really like the Ford chassis. They are a lot different from the Promasters, a little bit meatier, I think. I don't know, it's hard to say. The Promaster's kind of like got this really short nose to it. I kind of like the look of the Ford. What do you think, Rose? I do. Yeah, they're really nice, and we hear good things about the Ford motors. They have a lot of horsepower, a lot of torque, and fuel efficiency as well. So they've got it all. Really, there's not a lot not to like about this. The only concern I would have would be the limited storage, not having that space under the back seat. Having said that, we're going to look at another Pleasure Way. This one's got a little more space in it because it's a longer unit. The next unit we're looking at is another Pleasure Way. This is the Ontour 2.2, and it's a bit longer than the last one. It is on a little bit longer wheelbase Ford chassis, but this one has dually rear wheels. This is more comparable to some of the Mercedes Class Bs we've looked at. I mean, the other unit was comparable to the Mercedes as well. I know I was comparing it to the Promaster, but the Mercedes as well. We're going to start by looking at some of the exterior differences between this one and the last unit. You can see right off the bat, they've got some additional running lights up front, but the styling, in fact, it's right there. You can see it. The styling is very similar. It's got the same awning, or actually this is a large, very large awning because the van is larger. And it's got the light on there, but it also has the light up inside the awning, the LED strips. It's also got those running boards that we like, the molded running boards with the non-skid tape on it. And in the back here, we've got the water fill. This is a non-threaded water fill. Important if you're going to be out where there's no threading on the water spigots. You also have some power switch back here. And let's go inside. Once again, a non-automatic door. Don't mind that at all. And we can already see, I love this light colors inside the RV. It makes it look so much bigger, so much more inviting. Right inside, you've got your control panel, one of the control panels for all the systems in the coach. Also, your fire extinguisher. Nice flooring too, look at that. That's really beautiful. That woodwork is nice. Let's go up into the driver's compartment. Driver's compartment's identical to the last unit as far as we can tell. It looks the same. Really everything at your fingertips. It's nice. The only thing it's missing is this overhead storage. I'm going to test the seat here and see how far it goes back. All right, that one goes all the way back, and I think I still have room to...
Still have a couple inches back there.
Yeah, so I can actually recline it back if I wanted to, if I could figure out how to do it. Take my word for it. Oh, there we go. I can actually recline it back a little bit. So this is actually further back than I would use. So at 6 foot, it's got more than enough leg room and more than enough space, which is nice. We forgot to mention when we came in, but it also has the zipper down bug screen right there. And while we're here, let's look at the cabinet overhead. Love these hinges, and these hinges here, but this little piston here just makes the operation so much nicer. Same cabinets as in the last unit. Back behind the driver's seat, we've got this nice mirror. That's nice for getting ready, and you got another mirror on the other side. That also adds to the feeling of where you've got a lot of more space. It just feels like more space. Now the bathroom is significantly different than the last unit, and that's what happens when you add a couple feet to the RV. You've got a whole wall here with a sink and a large locking cabinet. That's really a lot of space. Up in front, we've got the medicine cabinet with the mirror. Yeah, it is deep. That's really nice. Let me get in there. Okay, they've got carpet over the shower pan, but this is a shower pan down there. They just have carpet in it right now. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's got the shelf back here, and the shower wand, I don't know if you can see it up here, Rose. Shower wand is really nice. I love these shower wands, these dark matte finish, really nice. Little towel rack. Perfect size sink in here. You don't need a lot of sink in your bathroom. There is a 120 plug here, so you can have your shaver or whatever it is you're plugging in. Your curling iron. What? Curling iron? Is that what hair dryer? Whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of space here. This is plenty of room. If you're going to shower in here, it does have a curtain that comes across. You can see the track that keeps the water from getting on this stuff, but you're going to have to shower sitting down. There's no way to do it standing up in here. Across from the bathroom, we've got the kitchen. This cabinet here has that piston system. Not really a piston. It's just makes it a nice feel when you're opening and closing it. And the hinges are really substantial. It's also got that large sink that we love, stainless steel, and the nice faucet, beautiful faucet. And I like this countertop. This was the same countertop, I think, in the other one. It's beautiful. And the induction cooktop. Now this one's got a little bit longer, a lot more space for food preparation. And it's got this huge cabinet up under the sink. I think that's double the size of the last one. If it's not double, it's close. A couple of 120 volt plugs and big, huge drawers. Yes. Yeah, and that is a substantial. These are not stapled in any way, shape, or form. These are nice, heavy-duty drawers. Yeah. And you see, they had to take a little cut out there, probably because there's something back there that they couldn't get into. But you hardly notice it. It's really, it's intuitive. Once again, not the largest fridge, but it's not the smallest either. It does not have a separate freezer. It does have a little, see this little lock to hold this closed? That's a I don't know if you can see it, my arm was in the way. But yeah, that's a neat little feature. It is a small freezer area though. And above it, we got the microwave oven and convection oven. And got to be a wardrobe. It is the wardrobe. It is the wardrobe. What are these for? Oh, this has got, I know what this is. This is the piece that goes to make the bed. Yes, okay, got it. Mystery solved. Across from the microwave, more cabinets. And these are, there's a lot of cabinetry here. Padded backs and just fairly deep, about halfway down my forearm. Really nice.
Sound like a frog.
Knee deep. Knee deep. Right? This one actually has a cabinet in the back. Okay. Oh, wow, that is large. And it goes back far. It goes all the way from side to side, if you can see that.
Let me see if I can get in there.
Yeah, get in there, Rose. There you go. Yeah, that is a big storage area. That is huge. And then this area here goes back to there. Really nice setup. Now, we noticed something a little different. These cushions, aside from being a little bit darker than the other one, They seem to be of a different material. I'm sinking into these more. We just talked about how much we like the cushions in the Pleasure Way, and these ones have a little bit more give. I think they're memory foam.
I like them. Yeah,
It's I don't know if this is a different, they use a different material in this, but these cushions feel different. And it may be because they're worn in, maybe they feel like this when you're done. It's just a little different. Still comfortable, still soft. I just don't know why these feel different than in the other coach. That's weird. But the rear lounge area is pretty similar to the last coach. Looks to be about the same size. This goes into the mega bed, we call it, and it's still got those USB ports on both sides and some venting. It's got this nice texture on the sides. It's also got the television and soundbar that we love. And then here's your controls, and you can see this is all the lights are dimmable. That's a good feature.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Come on, there we go. I just have to get my hands to work. But yeah, it's beautiful. Love this coach. And look at the Truma AC unit. That's really nice too. All right, let's go around back. In the rear of the coach, we've got a similar setup to the Ontour 2.0. The 2.2 also has this, all of the battery switches and the inverter placed here behind the rear seat. It looks like there is a little space here about this deep that you could store some things that you needed to. You could possibly put some camping chairs, some of the small ones in there. Also, we didn't mention it in the other one, but there is this is for blocking out the light from the back doors. Also, there is a bug screen netting. It's all stored up here. And then it just zippers down in the back. Let's go around the driver's side. Similar setup. Got your water heater, or I'm sorry, your water heater access. Heater access, Truma water heater. Same umbilical plug. You got your LP gas on and off. City water, your outdoor shower. Now this one doesn't have the flip up.
For the hose.
Yeah, so where do they keep the hoses? That's a head scratcher. Let me see if there's anything up there. Nope. All right, hang on.
Scratching your head?
I'm gonna scratch my head. Let's see if we can figure this out. Mystery solved, and we walked right by it. Mystery solved. There's the hose, right under there. The hose storage is right there. And also, you got the trailer hitch.
It's an EcoBoost?
Oh yeah, that's the Ford EcoBoost. So that's why I was talking about the gas mileage on the Fords are pretty good. And they've got a lot of power and a lot of torque. A lot of people like the Ford chassis, even better than the Mercedes. And they're a little bit less expensive as well. So Rose and I just huddled up on this one, and we were discussing the Ontour 2.2. And we pretty much come to the conclusion that if we had seen this particular unit at the same time when we were purchasing our Patriot, that we would have seriously considered this unit even over the Patriot. And we love our Patriot. Midwest Automotive, American Coach, they build a very high quality product, but then again, so does Pleasure Way. And the finishes and trim level in here is just so beautiful and so nice. It would have been a tough decision. Luckily, we don't have to make that decision. We hope you enjoyed that brief look at these two Pleasure Way Class B models. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you'll be notified every time we put out a new video. Also, if you give us a thumbs up, it'll really help support the channel, and it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And then you can see all of the flubs that I make whenever I'm making a video like I just did. Do we need to shoot that again? Nah, we'll just leave it. All right, we'll see you in the next video.